Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Rams Insider Podcast. I'm your host and beat writer, Brock Vieira. You can check out all of our work at www.si.com/NFL/Rams/on/SI, where we drop double digit pieces of content every single day pertaining to the Rams, offseason moves, theories about where they might go, recent reports, so on and so forth. And today we're going to be talking about a position the Rams have yet to address, and that is, of course, the backup quarterback spot. Jimmy Garoppolo is the presumed person for the role. He has yet to sign back with the team, but Sean McVay stated earlier this year that he loved Jimmy Garoppolo. The team loves Jimmy Garoppolo and that they want to have him back if that's a possibility. But of course, you have to wait for that to unfold. There's also been a recent report, some sources told us here at Rams on SI that Kirk Cousins appears to be interested heavily in joining the Rams for a variety of reasons. You, of course, can check out our work on that topic and everything we're able to discover about that and why that move might be in the works. But for today's episode, we're going to be talking about a third option that I don't think is being properly explored, and that is, of course, Russell Wilson. Now, Wilson, the Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, has had a tremendously long career, a very successful career, and he's going to go down as one of the all-time greats. There's no doubt about it. But at this point in his career, there's no shot of him being a starter to entering this season, at least for week one. And you do have to wonder, what does he want from football anymore? Of course, a noted family man. He's given everything he's had to the game. But if there's still that fire to continue, the Rams present several reasons why Wilson would be interested in taking a backup role. First of all, Los Angeles. When you want to look at a location, Woodland Hills is an incredible place to live, and I say that saying that I live in Woodland Hills, and I love it out here. It's a great place to just be at. The weather is great. The town is very nice. There's so many things to do in the area, and it's really great for families. And that's, of course, where Wilson kind of comes into play. Alongside that, you're near downtown Los Angeles. You're basically connected to everywhere. And when you're a quarterback, not only do you want to play with the best and at the best level, but there's so many opportunities for you that go beyond your playing career, especially in media. And where's a better place to launch a post football media career than, of course, Los Angeles? From a football standpoint, the Rams are a very successful organization. There's not really that issue of joining the Rams because there wasn't that massive rivalry when he was a player for the Seahawks back in the day. And while there was some moments here and there wasn't that long-term series of games to really define that era like there is now between the two franchises. So that shouldn't play anything in the works at all. That shouldn't be a problem at all. Then, of course, you look at the coaching situation for the Rams, and that's where I think that this would be the most intriguing part of this video. A quarterback like Russell Wilson, he doesn't want to be a backup for the rest of his career. At that point, he might as well just retire, which he might just do anyway. But if he thinks he can still be a starter, and if he wants to be a starter again, if he comes to the Rams, there's going to be at least three head coaching candidates already on that coaching staff with Chris Shula, Nate Schulhouse, and of course Cliff Kingsbury, and then possibly some coordinator or head coaching candidates and guys like Dave Ragone, Rob Calabrese, and there's a bunch of other guys. If those guys do get head coaching jobs or offensive coordinator jobs, they're going to want to bring their guys with them, especially if they're going to a situation where there's not a quarterback in place or they might not have an opportunity to go out and get one in the first round, at least at a point where they can start immediately. This is probably going to be Wilson's best shot to becoming a starter again. Of course, taking 1 year as a backup to build that trust within that system to then when that coach goes out and gets their own opportunity to bring Wilson along for the ride. Without that, I really don't see a possibility for him to become a quarterback in this league just because there's not a lot of vacancies. And the product that we've seen from him over the past couple seasons just hasn't been up to par. I also don't think that that's entirely his fault. You look at those situations, and those situations were highly dysfunctional from the offensive side of football. I mean, Denver was a disaster. And then Pittsburgh, we all know what happens with offensive football in Pittsburgh. And then the Giants, do we really need to go more in depth on that? So for all those reasons, I think Russell Wilson would be a very intriguing candidate for the Los Angeles Rams, especially as these days continue. And I'm not exactly ready to say that the door is completely closed on Jimmy Garoppolo, not only just coming back to the Rams, but also potentially still going to the Arizona Cardinals, the team that tried to sign him at the beginning of free agency, but negotiations fell apart. I mean, there's not really a market for Garoppolo right now, and time is on his side. So maybe something comes to fruition in that way where the Rams have to go in another direction. Of course, possibly making Wilson the guy they go to. This has been Brock Vieira for the Los Angeles Rams Insider Podcast. We'll catch y'all next time. Take care.